Oh, perfect. Okay, all right, great. So thank you all for coming towards the end of the day. We have I like to think of this as a really interesting conversation about scholarly blogs. Has the time come to discover, cite, and archive them? And just on the logistics of this, I'll moderate the panel, and I am the general manager of a company called the ACI Information Group, and we publish a collection. We aggregate scholarly blogs. We have a database of 2 million blog posts from 11,000 bloggers. 80-some% are individual academics who are blogging about their work, commenting on other work, and we have seen the demand for this grow over time. The rest of the panel will be in this order. Alice Meadows, who is Director of Community Engagement and Support for ORCID. We are a supporter of ORCID, and everyone on the panel has an ORCID identifier to help with discovery and citability. Michael Pregel will follow as the interlocutor for the study of Muslim societies and civilizations. He's involved with a project called Mizan, and we'll hear about that. Alberto Acomazzi is at the the Harvard Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, and he will talk about the astrophysics data system where they're trying to capture blogs as well as more formal publications. And then Johan is a researcher in neuroscience. He is a neuroscientist at Boston University, and he does some very interesting things in blogging, and also answers questions on Quora, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So I'm excited to hear about some of these things. But I wanted to just leave, before we move into the panel discussion, sort of frame things. This quote came from a blog post. The blog post was called Legitimatizing the Blog, Reading, Citing, and Archiving Blog Posts. It was published on the blog History from Below, which is a blog about the classics. Sarah Bond is a professor of classics at the University of Iowa, and she also published this blog post in Forbes. So it got a lot of commercial awareness and attention. And her question is, well, why aren't blogs cited more in footnotes or in journals? And it's time for these well-resourced and quality blogs because they're on the increase, and they're beginning to build a reputation. Scholars are beginning to build a reputation for themselves, both in their journal work and then in their blogging. So this was really good. She is a verified author in our database, and but I just wanted to bring this out because it got some press both in the commercial side of the business and then the academic side as well. So that's really the underpinnings of the talk that we're going to have today. Now I'm going to switch over to Alice.